Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Listen, there's this one thing that God don't like that I'm gonna share with a bunch of y'all. So God don't like ugly, obviously. But how does it get to that point? Let's start there. So, when you see somebody coming up and they're very genuine, they seem very genuine, they're very humble, they're very obedient to God. Um, they just got a real humbleness about them. They're very appreciative, they're very just observant, all of these things, right? And then when God gets some of these people, not everybody, but when he gets some of these people where they want to be, you notice a huge shift. They become cocky, they become arrogant, they become selfish, they become self-centered, they become all of these things that they weren't when they were coming up. Sorry, my baby's pulling at my shirt. I also see this particularly in people who lose weight, right? People will dress modestly when they're overweight and they're not feeling good about themselves. But then when they lose weight, they showing all the goods. Um, there's nothing left to the imagination. Let's just leave it at that. And that's not even being jealous. That's not even being spiteful. That's not even being hateful. Because you may be like, well, girl, you overweight. You just being jealous. No, them just spitting facts. God don't like it when you turn the tables and you really just, when you change up like that. My baby's trying to get my phone. When you change up like that, God sees, God knows. And you know what's crazy? He knows your heart before you ever transition and change. That's why some people end up coming up without God. A lot of times people will use that as a tool to come up, but then they're not actually using godly principles. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, people really live for the world to come up, but they'll use God. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's my way of saying God don't like ugly. Now take it how you want to, but that's the truth. As raw, as unfiltered truth. I hope you took something from this message. I hope you stay obedient. And I hope you don't get too big in the head once you come up. Stay blessed.